Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were discussing the ban on tackle football for children under the age of 12, and now we're going to dive into our oddities of the day. But before we do that, I just wanted to remind you one more time that in the future, the name of the podcast will be changed from the Tatecast by GSMC Sports to the Andrew Tate Show by GSMC Sports. So just keep a lookout for that. It's still the same show. It's still the same people. We're just doing a name change.
And
Alrighty.
I'll just elaborate just a little bit. We've been planning this show for quite a while. Actually, it's been 3 years in the making, working on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And our team did all this research to make sure what names were available. And when we started doing the research, Takecast came up as a clean name. Fast forward 2, 3 years later, and we launched Tatecast and find out that there's another Tatecast out there. And so it's only right to change the name of the show because someone, even though we started this and started doing the research on this a long time ago, they beat us to go into air. And so we're just changing the name because of that.
Darn. Alrighty. Well, let's dive into our oddities of the day. This one is really funny.
You hesitated right out the gate, so I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm bracing myself.
Okay. This happened about a month back. One unlucky husband made the blunder to end all blunders by forgetting his wife and driving off into the night on Christmas Day. To make matters worse, the husband failed to notice his wife's absence for 100 miles, forcing her to walk miles after being stranded. So in the husband's defense, he believed that his wife was in the back seat sleeping. This happened in Thailand in the early hours of Christmas.
Wait. Okay. Were they Americans traveling to Thailand, or are they in Thailand?
I think they are in Thailand. They're
Okay.
Yeah. Him and his wife were driving through the night to her hometown in the province of Maha Sarakam. I don't think I pronounced that right. Excuse me. Just like with any road trip, occasionally nature calls, and the husband had to pull over to go to the bathroom at around 3 a.m. After he stepped out of the car, his wife decided that she too would take a bathroom break and got out of the car to enter a nearby jungle to relieve herself. When she returned, she found the car was missing and her husband was nowhere to be seen. Even worse for her, she had left her phone in the car and had no money on her. And she had no choice but to trek 13 miles in the middle of the night into a city nearby. At about 5 in the morning, she found a police station and pleaded with the police to help her find her husband. And hold on, it gets worse. To make matters worse, she did not know her husband's phone number by heart.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she didn't know her husband's name. I was going to say,
No.
what? Oh, hell no.
That would have been hilarious. She didn't know her husband's phone number by heart and called her own phone 20 times to no avail. She explained to the police that the pair had been on good terms and there was no reason to believe her husband drove off without her intentionally. When her husband realized this error, he was 100 miles away and had to retrace his steps to figure out at what point they could have separated.
Okay, wait a minute. We got things to rewind here. Okay, first off, I'm a little confused when he said he stopped to relieve himself.
Mm-hmm.
And she decided to do the same in a nearby jungle. That's the words you just said. She went to, I'm picturing
This
like,
is Thailand.
hey, we're going to the local 7-Eleven, the McDonald's. You know, wow.
Yeah.
We stop off at Bucky's. We're gonna stop off at Buc-ee's. We're gonna get some pirate booty, and we're gonna and I'm gonna go. And I'm thinking she got left off at a local Buc-ee's. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. She went into the jungle with, Mufasa and the gang to take care of some business. And then you make it back you come out of the jungle, and the hubby has dropped he's put the pedal to the metal, and he's like, deuces, I'm out.
Niner Gang just sent us another comment. He says, how did you not notice for 100 miles? In my opinion, I think he's lying.
He's like, listen, I think Niner Gang, you are my man, Niner Gang.
100 miles, I believe 100 miles is like, driving on the interstate 100 miles is like 2 hours. So,
whoa. No,
2 hours. No?
You are thinking like an American. Okay, let me explain something to you.
Sorry.
I live in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Holy sugar honey iced tea. I was used to driving in California. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing my 85 on the highway, and everything is cool. And great old ladies are blowing the doors off my car. Zoom, zoom. Everyone is, if you're not doing 100, you might as well just stay in the slow lane, because everyone does 100.
I don't drive that fast on the interstate.
Oh, no. That's because you're an American. And if you're German or something else, they're doing 130, 140, 150 every single day on the highway. They're hauling butt on the highway. Americans are like, I'm doing 65 and 70, and you think you're doing something. I've learned this from living in Europe the last few years. Everyone is doing 100. So I'm just going to take what I've learned since moving from America to Europe, and now I'm moving it on to Thailand. And if they're driving anything, let's say he has a lead foot and he's doing 130, 140, 150. It's a little different. That's double the speed of what you're used to driving.
Well, you do have to think about, I know in like smaller like Asian provinces, the roads are like really, really small, and only like one car can fit at them in a time. So if you're going 130 miles on a road,
these are major highways.
I don't think.
You know what? It's perspective, because you're picturing them like, maybe I'm laying out American and European views, because you're thinking like a 1-lane road. I'm thinking like they're in the middle of the jungle, so it's just wide open highway, and they're just zoom. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't think so. Anyway, for 100 miles, you have to notice that she's not. I mean, she would shift, she would snore, she would do something if she was in the back seat asleep. I'm sorry, but I don't believe him.
Okay, here's my next thing I was thinking. Let's say this is true. You've been hauling butt down the highway, and you look back and she's not back there. You're like, oh hell, there's gonna be hell to pay. Dude, is there a split second in your mind like, do I just keep on going? Do you just be like, I'm not going to take
the answer is no, you do not keep going. Do not listen to Tate. Do not listen to him.
What? Somehow I left her. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. Do you just keep flying, just like no. Thelma and Louise, just saying, just because you have no clue when you lost her. Because that's what he was saying. Your phone haven't ring. You have no clue where she's at. You're in
uh,
you're in Thailand. There's no Amber Alert. There's nothing out
yeah.
there.
Uh, Niner Gang added, he said, this would make a good math question. How long till they met? 13 miles on foot, 200 miles in a car.
Niner Gang, you are the man, dude. I'm loving you. This is the new ACT test right there. You are a man driving on a road in Thailand. You've driven 100 miles and you realize you've left your girl in the jungle.
What do you do?
How far back have you gone?
I feel like this would be like, I don't know if you've seen this stuff on like TikTok with girls asking their boyfriend like, would you still love me if I was a worm? I feel like that's
what? No. We're seeing would I still love you if you turned into a worm? No. We should see other people. That is my answer.
Okay. Well, I feel like this would be kind of on the same line, because you could like ask your partner like, if what happened if you like left me and just were 100 miles away from me, would you turn back and come get me, or would you just keep going?
You have to turn around, I guess. But there's consequences and repercussions that's happening.
I bet he learned his lesson though. I feel like he probably checks the back seat every 5 seconds when he's in the car now. And she probably learned her lesson not to sleep in the back seat of the car. The front seats recline.
Oh, hell no. I'm thinking like, okay, this tells you what kind of wife you have. If when you pull up to that police station, let's say they finally find him. Let's say, I'm assuming they found each other. And you pull up at that police station. If she runs out and hugs you, or you run up and hug her, there's love in that relationship. But if she hits you with that 3-piece hot and spicy because you left her, ooh.
What about a little bit of both? What about a little bit of both?
Which one are you, Faith?
I would be pretty upset if you left me and didn't realize I wasn't in the car for 100 miles. I mean, and then I had to turn around to try to figure out where you left me at. I mean, think about it. He could have left her even further than that if he made a stop before that.
You know what, though? This has happened. I've heard this happening where people, didn't realize. Someone left their kids one time. Same kind of situation. They were getting gas and then they took off and thought the kids were in the back seat. It has happened.
I know it happens, but 100 miles? I'm sorry.
Okay, first off, Faith, we're on our world tour. It's me and you. We're in our Okay. And first off, this could happen because one of the things I've been tossing around is getting a place in Southeast Asia, leaning more toward Vietnam or Thailand, just getting like a little, like a winter home there where you just go stay a couple of months, come back to Europe, go back to the US and bounce between those three. That's been something I have been tossing around with, and we're planning on going to Thailand and Vietnam this year. But in defense, we're driving down the road on our world tour, headed to Hanoi, somewhere, Da Nang, somewhere like that. And I get out on the side of the road, and you decide you're going to be Mr. Demure. So you're going into the jungle for a little more privacy. And I jump in the car and I take off. I'm thinking you're asleep back there. First off, I'm not thinking like, hey, Faith decided to go into the jungle. If you're not around the car, I'm thinking Faith's in the car. There's no way someone's gonna go into the jungle. That's the one.
That would be the same as like pulling over the side of the road and going into the woods. That's the
No,
same.
the hell it's not. No, the hell it is not. We're
Okay.
wait. We're in Ohio. We're in Georgia. We pull aside and you go into the bushes. It's different than we're going in. She went into the jungle.
Okay. Well, realistically, for this scenario, I don't use the bathroom unless I have a bathroom. I don't go out in the woods or in the jungle and relieve myself off on the side of the road. I don't do that. So.
Faith, I'm just going to let you know. If I leave you on the side of the jungle and I've traveled 100 miles, I'm texting Niner Gang. That's my new show host.
Tate is just like, well, it is what it is.
Deuces.
My gosh.
I'm joking. You're irreplaceable, Faith. I promise you.
Tate's just like, well, it is what it is, but the show must go on. So.
Man, she was awesome. I'm gonna miss her. Let's put the music.
Leave me out to die in the jungle.
Turn my Taylor Swift on and keep hauling butt down the highway.
Taylor Swift and Beyonce.
Well, no, perfect, because Taylor Swift music is more breakup music.
Some of it is, yeah.
I'm just joking.
All right. Well, now you guys know that if Tate leaves me on the side of the road, he's just going to replace me in a second.
So keep your comments coming, because you could be the next show host.
Okay, well, with that.
You're irreplaceable, Faith. I just want you to know that.
Thank you. With that, we're going to close out the show. So thank you for tuning into the TateCast presented by GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and I might see you tomorrow.
Wow.
Alrighty, guys. See ya.